Welcome to Geeks 4x4, the most budget-oriented off-road channel in all the YouTube, and home of Blue Bob, the bobbed excursion, and a little sneak peek there of what we're doing today. We're going to do this intro afterwards. Super stoked about it. Really glad that you came to the channel today. Want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas. Also want to remind you there is merchandise that you can buy and support the channel. You buy through my links, it helps me, yada, yada, yada. There's going to be links in this. Let's get right to the video. But first, smash the like button. The like button's there, just waiting for you. It's all lonely. It's just waiting. You want to hit it. All right, let's do it. Alrighty, now that we are inside out of the cold, man, it is cold out there. I am glad to have this shop done and heated. We are going to get right to work. So cue the music in the background as I tell you what to do. And we are going to start welding. We are going to start painting bumpers. We are going to start setting everything up, sanding Bondo, putting Bondo on. That's what we're going to do today. We are going to do all kinds of fun stuff. There's even some like V10 wisdom coming up. Also scary with the V10. It never shows full coming. Okay, let's get right into the fun. Finally got the body mounts figured out. So that's a Jeep TJ stock rear poly bushing from Daystar, and it is mounted to that little L. I got enough room here to get my bolts out still for this bracket. You got to pull it out. We're gonna weld the back of this thing too, but pretty happy with the welds. Not too bad. I feel like it burned in pretty well. We'll find out if we break it off, you know. But biggest thing is there was not a gap here before, and I could actually hear the body slapping against the frame as we drove down the road. So that's now remedied, and yeah, they're both burned in. All right, well, we are plugging on Blue Bob today. I have primed all of the inside. Rugged Fabworks came and got these plates installed for me. And I showed you guys the body mounts already. There's the right-hand side one. But yeah, this thing I've been messing with. I grinded all this down. I put some Bondo up there. So I don't have any more little pinholes in the roof. I also cut down my crossbars and got them to where they're fitting in here. Once this Bondo dries, it's not 75 degrees, so it's not drying in 10 minutes. I'm gonna sand this down, and then yeah, I'm probably gonna pull the bumper off, paint the frame, paint the new body mounts, weld in the rest of the body mounts. Just tinkering around. Does anybody else have the same problem I do when you're working on a project? You're like, I want to get this done, so you like go to the store and you keep buying things for a new project. Well, I'm like that today. I really want to go to the store and get some more stuff to keep going on the interior, but I have everything to start painting everything else, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to force myself to stay in here today and just tinker on the thing and just get things done, because that's the only way I'm going to get it done. So always work on what you got. Don't always run to the store. That's what takes forever. All right, back to work. Still rolling along on this cold day. It's like 65 in the garage though, so the Dr. Heater is doing its job. I don't think it's turned off. I've got the door open because I still don't have a vent to get it out. If you have any ideas of some sort of vent I could put up in the ceiling to get rid of the fumes, that'd be really nice. Anyway, painted the rear bumper. Sharpie didn't come off with acetone. I don't know, I need to try harder. I'm just trying to paint it so it doesn't rust if I go drive it. Got all of the Bondo sanded down, and no one climb up on the roof and judge my body work. This thing is not going to be perfect in any way, shape, or form, but it does look decent, and maybe from 10 feet away it'll look good. We'll see. And I painted down here, so this is the new body mount, and yeah, I welded the back side of both of them. The other one's all together. This one, my weld was a little fat, so I had to grind it down. This one's starting to go back together though, and then we will put the bumper back on here in a minute. But I just bought some of the Rust-Oleum truck bed liner to do the frame and stuff like that underneath. So anyway, just tinkering along here. This stuff takes forever. Well, look where we are. We have got this painted. What do you guys think about that color? I was thinking of doing accents in that color. Not quite, I don't know. I'm not 100% sold, but let me know. Probably do front bumper, back bumper, whatever we do for rock sliders on the side would be that color. I don't know if I'm gonna powder coat it. I'm kind of a fan of having, it's this color, of not powder coating things, because when they get scratched, because they do, even if they are powder coated, I have a rattle can in the shop to fix it. So, yeah, I don't know. Everything is painted up in there, body mount and stuff like that. And I need to throw some primer on the roof. I've got that taped off. It's just gonna stay like that. I think that is gonna be just fine as long as it doesn't leak. I will be happy. I don't know, I'm kind of contemplating doing some more body work on the side. I am gonna wrap this, and I'm never gonna make it perfect. First of all, it doesn't fit perfectly because this line is not as sharp. I could definitely like work that in, but I don't, it's gonna get beat up on the trail, and it's just not worth spending the time. What I could do is grind this down, put some Bondo over this, and make it much flatter. Or is it cooler to see the welds? Yeah, let me know in the comments below on that. I don't know, is it cooler to see the welds? They're not pretty, they're flux core, but grinded down, they don't look that bad. I don't know, you're gonna be able to see them all inside. Well, until I put all the sound deadener over them, because you're not gonna be able to see them after that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna work on that now. Try and finish off the ceiling with sound deadener, and then put in these wires where they actually might live, and hook up everything on the back glass. And yeah, just tinkering away here. Well, hello there. Turns out that a 40-inch with a 17-inch wheel is a really comfortable seat. Just sitting inside waiting for the simple green to dry a little bit. Just decided I'm going to clean the ceiling this time. What a concept. But I'm gonna put in some more of this liner. If you haven't seen the video, link there. I'll probably put another link in this description because we're putting it in again. Anyway, got some more stuff to show you too for insulation. Lowe's cheap stuff, really awesome. I'm gonna show you guys that in just a minute. Well, two things here. So first off, I told you guys I was gonna tell you about some Lowe's sound deadener, and I'm gonna put this on the floor, and then I'm gonna put the black stuff on top of it so that I have double thick on the floor. This is not very thick, but it is butyl, I think it's butyl, self-adhesive aluminum stuff, very similar to like a thin fat mat or something like that. It is $19 a roll, and you get 6 inches by 25 inches. Doesn't make sense. It must be 6 inches by 25 feet. Yeah, it is. Holy smokes. Well, I guessed that this was not going to be enough to do the floor, and I bought 2. I might only need 1. We will see. It's 25 feet, and I've got like 4 feet to do here, and then 6 inches wide. So there's going to be strips up and down. Going to cover all this. The next thing is, I've done everything by the book, done everything kosher. There's some weird gaps about where the rear body, kind of did the expansion. And so, you know what? I put in some gap filler, the old spray foam. I can trim that, and it's going to fill these gaps. Nothing structural, nothing like that. And yeah, it's gonna seal all this up, and we're gonna try and keep some heat in this rig. Well, it is another day in the shop. I've got 3 days so far in this video, just doing as much as I can during the days. Heater is running, getting the shop warmed up again. It's 45. I leave it on at night. But working on the back floor, I'm going to put in this peel and seal aluminum stuff that I showed you guys from Lowe's. And I've cleaned up. It had some random like little foam pieces here. It had some little seals over these type of holes. And then it had this big black sound deadener for over the fuel pump. And you probably don't want to take this out if you haven't chopped your truck. It is terrible. That's pieces of it. And that's just like little sections that were left, and I've like chiseled it out. So 10 out of 10, would not suggest. Yeah, anyway, but I'm gonna clean this floor up, and I'm gonna start laying that stuff down, and I'm really excited, guys. And that is satisfying. Look at that. I have been looking at this. It looks like crap for a really long time, so it's nice to have it all one color. Little piece of extra there. But yeah, I'm gonna do these in this, and I trimmed my good old spray foam, and so I'll do all the surfaces that I can get to in there. And yeah, it's looking pretty legit, guys. I'm stoked. $40 worth of stuff. Got back from lunch and went straight to work here. Taped off the top and laid down some primer. Chop into a paint booth again by moving the white truck. And this is what we got inside. That is all done. So I even did the wall with the black Silis stuff, and then I did the fender, this fender, and this area, and everything like that. So yeah, pretty stoked. Get some progress moving today. I got the windows in. I'll get to that in just a second, but I want to show you guys this. So I cleaned this with a rag, trying to use the spray tint, the headlight stuff that like O'Reilly sells and stuff like that. And I don't know if you guys can see. Go nice and slow. But it scratched the hell out of it. So I don't know. This I didn't really do anything with. I just did a couple of coats now, and you guys are looking through. I'm going to paint it on the back side. So I think I'm just going to pull the paper and paint it, and not try and clean it or anything like that. Paper should have left it pretty clean, and yeah, we're gonna try this and see what happens. If not, we're gonna have some scratched up glass because it already looks like crap like that. So I am not touching it. Okay, let's tell you about what we did here. So I ended up with 3 bolts, top and bottom. I didn't end up doing anything in the front or the back. Now that might change. I need to go test it and see if the wind gets in here as we get on the road or anything weird like that. But I mean, I really like it. I don't think that we're going to have problems with that. The contour of it bends it enough that it pushes the seal, and it's actually sealed front and back with this the way it is. So, yeah, so I think I'm going to pull these guys off and paint them, hopefully. I'm afraid of ruining them, but they can't be clear. So I know that for a fact. I will figure out how to get this off if I really need it. Oh, I totally forgot. You did watch me unmask this. I just did a line over. You can see the weld is still there. I'm still not sure what I want to do. I asked you guys in this video, should I Bondo this and make it flattish, or should I just leave it, do the wrap over it? It's going to be a 12-inch wide stripe. I'm thinking silver. The bumper, I don't know if you can see it in this shot. I did paint it with something that's not primer, but it's like the color of primer. I'm not sure if I love that. I think I want it to be more silver, and I'm thinking of doing kind of silver accents on this. Let me know if you think it's a terrible idea. I don't want to hear from you. Just kidding. If you really have something cool, I would love to hear some ideas as well. We'll see. Maybe we'll take one of those. But I am not a painter. I am not a body worker. I am not a masker. I bought my first actual masking because I didn't want to get paint all over the body itself for once. The last vehicle I did this on was my Jeepster. So it's been a long time, but it's also just something that I hate. So trying not to spend a bunch of time on it, and I also know this truck's going to get used very lightly and gingerly. All right, I did it. Coat does not look even at all in the camera. Doesn't look even at all in life either, but it is just spray can. It is just the first coat. So we'll see if I can get that a little bit more even, but I'm gonna let it dry for a little bit and then possibly do another coat. Oh, ho, 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 look at that. Oh my gosh. Looks like normal windows. You know, with a little bit of chrome in them from the bolts, but normal windows are in. The Bondo is done. What else do we do? The interior is insulated. It is pretty quiet inside. Probably as quiet or quieter than it was originally. So that's awesome because I have more to add. Yeah. What else did we do? We painted the bumper. I'll give you guys a view of that. Got the back bumper painted, and I forgot about, we put in the body mounts too. Kind of hard to see in there. But no more rattles. So now we're back to just the original rattles that it had in the dash when I bought it. So super awesome. I love no rattle. Don't mind the mud flaps. I threw them on because I'm going to drive this thing around a little bit, and I didn't want to have to worry about throwing snow and or the police not being happy that my entire tire is exposed. So anyway, yeah, we're not going to do that to them. Also, I put the roof racks on. I don't know if I told you guys that, but I did do that. I cut them down. So I just have this end on them now. But they are cut and they are involved. The heater works. It is cold. But I'm so stoked. I put 10 miles on it today. That's the most, well, at one time. I put about 9 miles on it since I did the bob. And today I put 10 or 11 miles on it. So since May, it's gotten 20 miles. So it's ready to be driven around. Need to figure out how to tell how much fuel is in the tank. A 1-wire sender to a 2-wire Ford thing. If you have any ideas, I'm going to be doing some research on that. If you want to send me to somewhere, or if you know how to hook that up. It's a 2-wire Ford sender is original, and then I have a single wire on this. It'd be awesome to actually have a working fuel gauge. Right now it just says full, which is really gratifying, but also scary with the V10. It never shows full.
But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget there is merchandise down below for Christmas. I think you can still get it by Christmas. There is free shipping with the code, I think, SHIP, that comes up on the top of the thing. And yeah, I'm pretty stoked. We'll see you guys next time.